let's transition and let's go to New York. Let's talk about Aaron Rodgers and the New York Jets. It was announced yesterday that the Jets are activating a 21-day practice window for Aaron Rodgers. And so they're about how Aaron Rodgers could potentially return back to the field. I think the Jets have, look at the schedule here, they have a matchup on December the 24th. That's Christmas Eve. They play the Commanders in Week 16. And there are reports about how Aaron Rodgers potentially could come back to the Jets in week that'll be week 16 against the Commanders. It's possible. So when I heard that it's a chance that Aaron Rodgers could potentially play again this season, I thought to myself, and I literally screamed my thoughts that I was thinking to myself to the TV. When I saw it, I was thinking, Aaron, no, please, no. There is absolutely 0% chance that Aaron Rodgers plays again this season. There is no reason for Aaron Rodgers to step foot back on the football field and play quarterback for the New York Jets this season. There's no reason for him to play again this year. Number one, the biggest reason why it's no reason for Aaron Rodgers to play again this season is because the New York Jets are 4-7. Their season is over. They're probably going to be 4-8 after this week. They play the Atlanta Falcons. They'll lose to the Atlanta Falcons because they can't score. And then in week 14, they got C.J. Stroud. They'll lose that game, so they'll be 4-9. Dolphins, week 15, they'll be 4-10 after they lose to the Dolphins in week 15. So if they're 4-10, why the hell should Aaron Rodgers return to the field this year? Like, what the hell are you talking about? Like, they're 4-10. They're not going to be a playoff team in the AFC. What is going on here? You hear Robert Saleh up there in the press conference talking about how Aaron Rodgers' practice window has been opened up, and you see Aaron Rodgers on the practice field. If I'm Woody Johnson, the owner for the New York Jets, there's no way in hell I'm allowing Aaron Rodgers to step foot back on the football field again this year. There's no way. There's no way it's going to happen. Like, I don't understand what we're talking about right now, folks. This is one of the worst offensive lines in the NFL. They're one of the worst offensive lines in the league. And you're going to put Aaron Rodgers, who's going to turn 40 tomorrow. Aaron Rodgers, his birthday is December 2nd. Tomorrow he'll be 40. You're going to put Aaron Rodgers out there, fresh off Achilles surgery less than 3 months ago. You're going to put him back on the field with this awful offensive line? Are you kidding me? What are we talking about right now? This is nonsense. If you're the New York Jets, you shut Aaron Rodgers down and you prepare for the 2024 NFL season. It's over. You'll be 4-10 by the time he's available or can play. But he shouldn't play anyway because I don't believe Aaron Rodgers is close to 100% with that Achilles injury. This is an injury that usually takes players years to recover from. And we're talking about Aaron Rodgers not even 4 months ago rupturing his Achilles. He's not ready to play football, folks. He's not ready. And I am a biggest Packers fan, you know. And I had my issues with Aaron Rodgers when he was the quarterback in Green Bay. Towards the end, honestly, I was ready for Aaron Rodgers to go. because he became a diva and became more trouble than he's worth. He became more trouble than he's worth, but he's a great quarterback that did a lot of great things for the Packers franchise. And I don't even want Aaron Rodgers to go out there and suffer another injury. And this time, it could be a career-ending injury. And I don't wish bad on any player or anything like that. I'm just being realistic here. And then the Jets are completely going to be done for the 2024 season. Because I'll tell you something right now. Zach Wilson is not the answer. If anything, the Jets have found out in the 2023 season, it is Zach Wilson is not the answer at the quarterback position once Aaron Rodgers does decide to retire. He's not the answer. Zach Wilson is pathetic. But also, the other thing I wanted to talk about was the Jets and their bad decision making. As great of a quarterback that Aaron Rodgers is, he's been a bad executive this year. He's been a bad executive. You look at players that have been on the Jets this year and who are currently playing for the Jets. Allen Lazard, Randall Cobb. And I'm looking at their numbers this year. Allen Lazard this year. His statistics. Lazard, 20 receptions, 290 receiving yards, 1 touchdown. Why is Allen Lazard on the New York Jets? He's on the New York Jets because of Aaron Rodgers. Why is Randall Cobb on the New York Jets? He's on the New York Jets because of his friendship with Aaron Rodgers. Well, someone else who's a friend of Aaron Rodgers is Nathaniel Hackett. Let's look at the Jets' statistics this year offensively. Offensively this year, the Jets, they averaged 291 total yards per game. That's ranked 31st in the NFL. They averaged 167 passing yards per game. That's ranked 31st in the NFL. They only averaged 93 rushing yards per game. That's ranked 27th in the NFL. They averaged 15 points per game. That's ranked 30th in the NFL. In 5 major offensive categories, the Jets are in the bottom half of the NFL. Nathaniel Hackett has not been a good offensive coordinator this year. We can't put all the blame on Zach Wilson. And the reason why the Jets went out and hired Nathaniel Hackett was because of Aaron Rodgers. So as great of a quarterback that Aaron Rodgers is, he's not great at making decisions personnel-wise from a football standpoint when it comes to roster and coaches on the coaching staff. And this is why the New York Jets have been one of the worst organizations in the NFL, because they went out and hired Nathaniel Hackett. They went out and signed Allen Lazard and Randall Cobb in free agency because of Aaron Rodgers. Because of Aaron Rodgers. They didn't sign Lazard or Cobb or hire Nathaniel Hackett as their coordinator based on their credentials or based on their production. They brought them in because of Aaron Rodgers. And bad businesses do these type of things. They've made some bad decisions. So I feel like they don't need to put Aaron Rodgers back out on the field again this year, and they need to go out and draft some offensive linemen who can help protect Aaron Rodgers as he heads into another season next year at age 40. Go out and get some players to protect him. That's what they need to do.